Hello, today we have a VOD review on King's Row. Looks like a platinum Pharah. Alright, so I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. Comp is really standard. Hanzo can work here. He might just Sonic Arrow and then switch off to something else, but if he sticks to it, that's fine too. Okay, not a whole lot to say here. I want you to just be poking from a distance, and then as time goes on, just, get more aggressive. Okay. Okay, so they have a Pharah and a Zarya. What is that? Is that a Pharah too? And a Roadhog. You got a Genji behind you. Cool, so you're helping your back line with this Genji. That's cool. Pharah doesn't do too well against Genji. He's really hard to predict because of that double jump and because his hitbox is so damn small. Okay, so right there. Okay, so yeah, the hook's down. So now you can get aggressive. So this is excellent. I like this. So what I want you to be doing is going this way. Well, I don't want you in that room, but I want you like in this general area over here and using this wall as protection. Let's go back to it. Cool, so you hear the hook. You're free to kind of go in more. Cool. Yeah, and they don't have any, so, okay, so a couple things. So good kill, but I would have liked to see you, again, go back to that wall. I feel like you got a little bit scared, but you got a Mercy with you, and you're trying to just kind of massage their defense. Right now, you let them take that space back, which in my opinion, you guys had rights to getting this space over here once you heard that hook was down. They don't have a Widow or anything to be afraid of, so you guys can just go in and get there. Yeah, at least I don't think they have a Widow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't heard any Widow shots yet. So yeah, so what I'd like to see you in that corner over there. I don't like you back in this area. Again, I'd like you on that right side. Oh, you missed that boot. Your E, rather. You were trying to move yourself off the statue. Okay, it's gonna happen. Okay, aerial duel. Yes, nice, nice. Oh, I would have liked. Okay, so. Okay, so. Well, actually, you know what? Let's keep this playing. Oh, nice. You hit her again. No, you can do it. Oh, darn. Okay. Oh, your team's doing well, though. Oh, okay, Mercy Res. Okay, so I have some comments on Pharah versus Pharah. I like that you're going for the aerial duel with Pharah. My philosophy is that if you aren't good enough to 1v1 a Pharah, or even like 2v2 with like a Mercy, so whatever. Anyways, if you're not good enough to like do those aerial duels, you have to practice so that you can be good enough to do it. Typically, you want to take those duels when you're close to each other. Like, let's say, I don't know, within 20 or so meters. Any more than that, and you're probably just better off trying to dodge her rockets and just going for ground forces, putting pressure on the enemy ground forces. Yeah, maybe not 20. I'm not quite sure, but somewhere around that distance. Because, it's really unlikely that you'll be able to hit those shots just the farther it is, obviously. So, and obviously it's easier to juke it because you have more time to see where it's coming from, etc., etc. But you have to practice and go for those duels when you're in close range, which you did. So I want to commend you on that. So very good job going for that 1v1 duel, because typically whoever wins that will win the rest of the fight, more often than not, because, whatever. Okay, so they have a Mercy Res here, so cool. So as soon as your jump pack gets up off cooldown, you need to get up in the sky and start shooting again. It's like now. Okay, a little bit slow, but that's okay. Yeah, oh, actually, I would have liked to see you still go for that duel against the Pharah. That being said, you have a pretty good position here to put work on these ground forces. So in this situation, I would say it's okay that you're actually going for the ground forces. Oh, nice. Yes, there you go. Good, yes. Awesome, and you didn't waste your barrage. Excellent. Good. Cool. Okay, so now what do you do? Now, oh wow, you wasted a lot of time here. But this, you can't quite see it, but this hallway up here, I want you to go up there and see if you can get a nice flanking position from the side. They might not give it to you this early, so you can just kind of poke and prod, see if they give it to you, and if not, then you can just back off. So I'd like you to start seeing if they give up that space for free, because in solo queue, a lot of times people will give up that hallway and not even contest it. So you get a nice little soft flank on the side. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, so you're gonna go for this window. This, you know, this happens a lot, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'd prefer for you to go on that left hallway. Yeah, so okay, so you're just gonna poke here. I'm not too happy with this, to be honest. See if you can. Okay, so right now I'd like you to use your. Oh, okay, Genji. So I'd like you to use your E to separate the teammates. If you can, like, I feel like you had an opportunity there to boop. Was it Roadhog? Yeah, like right there, Roadhog. You had an opportunity, I think, to boop him away from his team and isolate him.
Genji behind.
Genji. Okay, use your boop for the Genji. I don't mind that actually. Oh, it's so hard to deal with Genji as a Pharah. Oh, nice self-destruct though. You could look for a barrage here. Oh, their Pharah kills you. Okay, so again, your positioning. I would have liked to see you looking for a flank on the sides. You know, if not the left one, then maybe the right flank. There's that pathway that you can take and really be really devastating to your opponent. So this brings me to a topic I like to bring up a lot, and that is like the idea of flanking. Now, flanking takes a lot of patience. It's not the most, you know, sexy, cool thing to do, but it's a really important tactic that a lot of players don't take the time to do. You had time and space, like, because when you were sitting on the cart for like 10, 15 seconds, like when you were in this general area, you had time to go set up a flank. You could have gone down either, like I said, the left path or the right path, got deep behind your opponent or like to the sides and start poking at them. Trust me, they will be scared of you, and it will create pressure that your team can then leverage. Instead, you just kind of were with your team bunched up in a ball and just kind of hoping for the best. And yes, it worked out because your diva got a really good ultimate. But you know, your value is very low as Pharah right now. I feel like you're not using her to her max potential. You're way too clumped up with your team. I need you to be on the sides more and pressuring your opponents.
감사합니다.
호화 준비 완료.
공급기 충전 중이야.
Okay.
지원 감사드립니다.
Okay, so poking. Okay, your Hanzo's dead, so you probably need to back off. Your team needs to back off. No. Okay, you need to back off. It's a 5v6, so you have no reason poking here. It's unlikely you'll get a kill. If anything, look for a boop onto this ledge. If you can get someone, like if you can boop someone here, then great. Otherwise, you don't really need the damage. You already have ultimate, so I don't really like you going for it. It's really unlikely you get a kill here. You're just feeding ult charge. Okay, you guys are probably dead here. You might get a res. Although I don't even think this is a good res, to be honest. But I do. Oh, your team's kind of backing up. Yeah, so right now you're kind of scattered. That wasn't a very good res. You kind of got baited by that res, so that's not totally your fault. I don't really fault you for that. You're just kind of following up on that res, trying to make something of it. So, that being said, I would have liked to see you again try to go for a flank. So like right here. Let's see, what does Hanzo do? He backs off. So as soon as he backs off, you could probably just go for an, like, you know, just go over here and start poking them from that angle. That being said, in this situation, because you just got the res, you're looking for, like, you know, for a quick return, but they did burn Lucio ult. So the Mercy res was traded for the Lucio ult, so not horrible. Or rather, the Lucio ult was traded for the Mercy res. So I'm not going to harp on your gameplay too much right there. You were kind of in a bad situation. Okay. Oh, you just hit yourself. It's going to happen. That's okay.
Okay. Style it down.
So it's a... Aw, darn. So, again, I want you to try to look for flanks. Right now, you're just coming straight at your opponents, and they're going to keep punishing you for that. Okay, wait for this. Wait for the tac visor. Good. Okay. It's still that you're down a man, so be careful. Okay, so again, you're not being patient enough. You're just fighting, and oh, I don't like this. Remember that you're down one person, so this is gonna be hard to win. And there's Lucio. Okay. No, I'm not a huge fan of that. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of that barrage. That was a desperation barrage. You were down 2 guys. That's okay. Oh, that ult might be a good one. She got 1 person. You can get that kill, get that kill. Oh, you needed to get that kill. Okay. Look for a boop. Okay, you missed the boop. Or, oh no, did you get the boop? Maybe you did get that boop on that soldier. Let me see that again. Yeah, I think you got that boop. Nice, excellent. Nice, nice, nice. Good. The Lucio. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Actually, maybe would have been better if you actually burned the ultimate. Good. Good cleanup, good cleanup.
계속 유지하겠습니다.
Oh, you missed that boop. That's okay. It's gonna happen. So, right there, your D.Va had a really good ultimate. That res was kind of... I'm still not a huge fan of that res, but you know, in solo queue, a lot of times things will work when they shouldn't. And that's because your opponents will be making silly mistakes. But your D.Va's had 2 really good ults this game. So yes, excellent. It did a really good job of zoning the opponents, and kudos to you. You did a pretty good job of killing things and cleaning up. You got that soldier and you killed, I think it was a Hanzo and some other people. So your team fighting seems pretty decent. The thing that's bothering me the most about your gameplay is your positioning, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, so you're poking. So again, I'd like you flanking on that right side more, but we'll see how this works out. See if you can get that mercy. Oh man, that soldier.
I'm coming. Diva.
I'm dead, sorry.
Killer. Oh, 1 more punch. I'm not quite sure what that boop was for. Can you guys get this? Can you get this? Okay. Nice. Okay, so unfortunately I have a lot of VODs to do today, so I can't really spend too much more time on yours, but I think I've seen enough of your gameplay to where I can wrap up my commentary. Okay, so first let's start off with the easy stuff. Mechanically, for a Platinum player, I would say you're about where you need to be. Excuse me. But if you want to climb, I think you are going to have to work on some of your mechanics. You've kind of hurt yourself a few times with your rockets, and I've seen you miss quite a few shots with your rockets, ones that you probably shouldn't have been missing. So I need you to work on your aim and work on your predicting skills. That'll make it so that you can take Pharah duels better. You'll kill more people and you'll boop more people, etc., etc. On the subject of booping, your E, I want to see, I feel like you weren't using it. Let me think. No, actually, your booping was okay. It was a little hit or miss. You had some good ones, some bad ones. And like in the beginning when you try to boop yourself into position off of the statue and you missed. So that kind of comes down to like an aiming issue. But overall, I'm pretty happy with your sense of using your boop. But then also at the end, you did have a weird boop on the payload where you didn't boop anything. Like I think you were trying to maybe get that Lucio out of position, but he wasn't really in range. So yeah, so your booping has been okay, but it needs some work in terms of like when you should use it and when you should not. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with it. That's easily not the most important part of your gameplay, so I wouldn't worry about your E usage. Your ultimate usage, I think you only used it once, and I wasn't happy with when you used it. It was kind of just like a desperation use. That play actually worked out okay because you got rezzed, and then D.Va had a good ultimate, and things kind of just worked out, but it was pretty sloppy, so I'm not a huge fan of that ultimate. Let's see. Okay, so the most important thing is I think it's your decision making in terms of when to go in and where to go. So it feels like you don't really think about when you need to go in, when you need to back off. Like there's a lot of times where like in the beginning, I wanted you to get aggressive on point A and start flanking to the right, but you kind of backed off. And then there's times when you're down a man or two when a team fight starts and you just go in. So that's a problem. Also, your positioning. So like when you do approach a fight, I want you to think about trying to get on the sides of your opponents. Look for flanking routes. Look for environment that you can hide behind, peek out, and shoot rockets. Instead, you kind of just go in and hope for the best and hope to outskill them with aim, which your aim is at this level is just it's not good enough to warrant that kind of aggression. So overall, work on your aim. Try to be more aware of when to go in and when not to go in. The kill feed is your friend there, so use that. And then when you do decide to kind of go in, or actually rather when you have downtime, and trust me, you will have lots of downtime, similarly to when you had just capped point A and you just waited on the cart for like 10 seconds. Moments like that, try to get into position. Try to look for a route that is uncontested, that you can flank your opponents behind. If you work on all these things, you'll easily bump up like 500 SR, no problem. What else? Again, work on your booping a bit, but of all the things to work on, don't worry about that one. That's easily the least important right now. You need to work on these other things first, and you will climb. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't have time to review your McCree play. You know what? Let's maybe do just like a minute. Let's just see how it is. Oops, sorry. Actually, here we go. Okay. I'd like you to be crouching right now. And I like that you're flanking here. You're kind of contesting this area on the right. I like that. Oh, your team's getting pushed, though. Oh, I don't like... so right there, that was pretty dangerous in my opinion. You were going in front of your front line. Similar to kind of what you were doing with Pharah, where you kind of are just like, well, you know, you guys are here. I guess I'm going to be frontline for a few seconds. And that's really dangerous. Nice flank. I like this flank. Excellent. So this is the kind of stuff I want to see more of from your Pharah, where you're looking for plays on the side. So as soon as you killed that Widowmaker, I think you could have just backed off, back to the health pack behind you.
Same point, I have my res.
Oh, but that soldier was actually zoning you, so never mind. Yeah, that was kind of an all-in play. Still though, as your aim improves, you know, maybe you kill that Widowmaker and then you also kill like that Ana or that soldier, and then, you know, that's a pretty good trade. So I like plays like that. I think your team was in danger of losing the point, so even more so I like that play. Let me see. Kind of toss up. Anyways, I want you to do that kind of stuff more flanking, and then as you do it, you'll recognize the times when it's okay to do stuff like that and when it's not. So it'll just be a part of your gameplay that you have to develop, which right now it seems to be lacking. So okay, cool. I hope this video was helpful. That wraps it up. If you liked it, please subscribe. Thank you.